Hi, we'd like to thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review radio show. My name is Aaron Snow. They call me the Hall of Fame Trainer of Champions. Have we traveled the world for past, present, and future stars? And coming to you live from Tampa, Florida. Hey, look, coming into the new year for 2026, we're just a couple weeks into the new year. But let me tell you, last week, um, Dalton, man, that fight was something amazing, and hats off to him and Eddie Hearns for him winning the WBC championship. What a fight it was. I mean, when they take him over there back to England, to Sheffield, boy, oh boy, is he going to light the place up as being a fresh new world champion, boy, and hats off to him. But hey, look, this week, uh, in remembrance of Muhammad Ali and his legacy, United States Postal Service, USPS, they have created a three-time heavyweight championship stamp. Now, if you can recall, you know, Ray Robinson has a stamp. Jack Johnson has a stamp. You know, Joe Louis has a stamp. But this year, and many other great boxing champions have stamp just to come and, you know, off mine. But Muhammad Ali stamp was released in a ceremony where his former wife, Lonnie Ali, was there on the uncovering of these stamps. The first day was issued January 15, 2026, in his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, right? It's a black and white shot that Associated Press took. He's in a defensive move with his hands up. He has the gloves on. It's a black and white pose that's going to be on the stamp from 1974 shot of him with his glove made. It looks like they have made 22 million of these stamps, and you can purchase these stamps, and you can mail letters and stuff with these stamps. So it's a real postage stamp. It's in one panel you can buy 20 of the stamps for $15.60. It's a standard for forever stamps, and that's what that is. And forever being champion. We'd like to thank United States Postal Service for doing this for Muhammad Ali and his family. You know, someone that was a how can I say it in these words? Because so many things that we could say to about Muhammad Ali, and all of them's good, but a humanitarian part of Muhammad Ali, which is part of this design. You know, in the collectible booklet you can also buy of these stamps. That costs like $23.95. So, you know, for the United States Postal Service to do that for to keep Muhammad Ali's legacy alive. And matter of fact, if Muhammad Ali was living today, today would be his birthday, and we want to say happy birthday to you, champ, in heaven. You know, in Islam, there's a thing that is said that when people speak well of someone or things that he did when he was living still live on, it lifts him up into the higher heavens in Jannah. So we want to say that, you know, we know that all the good that Muhammad Ali did for mankind as being the humanitarian efforts that he did all around the world, is that this stamp is another stamp to stamp him up into the higher heavens. And we ask Allah and his angels to forgive him of his shortcomings, because none forgive the shortcomings but you, Allah. Lift him up into the higher heaven of Furdus, and inshallah, where others may join him, and hopefully, inshallah, one day, myself, we can all be together. So we have to keep up this great work and keep guys like him legacy alive, um, for boxing, so boxing continues, league can go on and on. And another counterpart, a companion, also Jose Suleiman, longtime president of the WBC, the World Boxing Council, for all the great things that Jose Suleiman has also done. There's a Jose Suleiman Fund that people can make contributions their part in Las Vegas to help boxers with different struggles and stuff like that. All a great work to keep his long legacy alive. He's done so many great things for the sport of boxing, and his legacy continues to live on. And one thing is for sure, is that Muhammad Ali and Jose Suleiman's legacy have crossed paths many, many times as they work throughout the world to make boxing a better sport and to give mankind something that can truly last for not just for a lifetime, but for many, 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 many years. And that's what's going on now. So the WBC and Jose Suleiman, our prayers go out to you and your family also. But, Martin Luther King's birthday and his celebrations are coming up here in the next few days, many of them. We during these hard times of struggle and things, all the things that are happening in the world, you know, uh, Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, Jose Suleiman, and the people like that, Nelson Mandela, they were champions of peace. And through the toughest of times, we have to continue to try to find a way where we don't draw lines in the sand that men don't cross, because the line is drawn in the sand. We have to continue to try to make peace, even through the different difficult circumstances that sometimes we all get under. It's all about peace, man. So we can have peace on earth and peace in heaven too. So God willing, people can look at different struggle that's happening in the world and throughout the United States and find a way to find peace. Yes, and sometimes with difficult things and strife that you're fighting, there's bloodshed, there's loss of life. And those things, when you see a loss of life in the struggle to fight for freedom, justice, and equality, there will be people who pay the ultimate price called life. And we have to learn how to forgive one another. Of each one of us have shortcomings, and none forgive the shortcomings but you, O Lord. Guide each one of us on the straight and narrow path to you. So look, man, we're gonna hop right in to some other boxing news. Also, it looks like Usyk and Deontay Wilder are going to be fighting in a heavyweight matchup, July 11th, 2026 this year. And man, I think that's going to be a dynamite fight. It looks like it's going to be in San Francisco, California. So Usyk had said he wanted to come into the United States, and it looks like he has found a way to venture into the United States with a former heavyweight champion, Deontay Wilder, the one-hit wonder. This should be an interesting fight. We're going to see if Deontay Wilder can put together that one-trick pony shot that he got on Usyk. And what makes it interesting with these things, it only takes one punch, man, and whether he can put that all together again is another story, but it'd be interesting to watch to see if he can pull a trigger, as Usyk is one just dynamite heavyweight undisputed champion. So that fight's going to be July 11th in San Francisco, 2026. And also announced, it looks like Turk Al-Sheikh and Canelo Alvarez to live up to the multi-billion-dollar contracts that they had signed. It looks like they have announced for him to be coming out after a loss with Terrence Crawford last year to fight in September. And hats off to him to be stepping back in the ring. A great champion, Canelo Alvarez. Looks like he's going to make a run at it in September. So we're just waiting for more details of that great announcement that they made. You know, wow. But hey, look, it looks like we're only 1 week away. It looks like from Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson in Madison Square Garden for the WBO lightweight title at Madison Square Garden. Man, if you do it there, you can do it anywhere. That's what they say in New York, the Big Apple, boy. And let me tell you, is this a fight? This is a classic matchup. Boy, I think you're going to see a fight that's going to be exciting. You're going to see a lot of antics. You're going to see a lot of tricks in the ring being pulled. You're going to see conversation pieces going on in this fight while they're fighting. And I just hope both of them give it their very best. But boy, is this going to be something to watch with Lopez and Stevenson, boy. It's I all the time say with Shakur Stevenson, don't let that handshake and that smile fool you. Boy, can he box second to none. And Teofimo Lopez, boy, he can punch second to none. He got many tricks up his sleeve. Let's see how that fight turns out for the WBO super lightweight title at Madison Square Garden, man. You got to be there or be square with that, boy. And also, the Boxing Hall of Fames for 2026 or have announced some of their class. The Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame said to stay tuned. There will be they're going to announce for September. They said mark the date. So in September, their class will be coming out, and they should be coming out with the announcement of their class. And also on the 24th of this month, Larry Lazardi will be on the World Boxing Review to announce the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame class of 2026. Boy, is just simply amazing. But some of the Boxing Hall of Fames, like the National Boxing Hall of Fame with Bill and Linda Dempsey, have announced their class for 2026. And I don't want to cut anybody short, but I'm going to mention some names just right off the top of my head. Felix Trinidad, a great world champion from Puerto Rico. Him and his father are going into the National Boxing Hall of Fame. Tracy Bird and Chris Bird, both of them, Chris Bird being a former heavyweight champion, they're going into the National Boxing Hall of Fame. And Yaki Lopez, he's going in, man. Raul Marquez, he's going in. Gomez is going in from Puerto Rico. So, man, so just with those names alone, what a tremendous class for 2026. But there's a lot more names, and hopefully we'll try to get Bill and Linda Dempsey on the show so they can tell the world what this great class that they are putting out for 2026 that got the nod. But also last year, the International Boxing Hall of Fame announced their class with Antonio Tolliver. Boy, oh boy, congratulations, Tony Otala for the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Nigel Benn, Triple G. He's going in, man. That's just those names alone is a heck of a class. But also the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame and Museum with President Craig Hawk. They announced their tremendous class that they got. Hey, look, you have Tracy Harris Patterson going along with Floyd Patterson is going on. Henry Tillman, congratulations to Henry Tillman. You have Jill Diamond, president of WBC Cares and a global secretary for the WBC. And also Gilberto Mendoza Jr., who's president of the WBA. He's going in, and chief consultant and advisor Jose Oliver for the WBA. They're going in that tremendous class for Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. And also David Tua, he's going in that class. You have Bill Douglas, the father of Buster Douglas, who's already in there, the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. He's going to be going on in. And also, man, Scott Romer, man, a heck of a photographer, and Darrell Smith, man, a trainer. They're going in to mention some of those names in that class. And we'll see about getting Craig Hawk, on the show. So he can announce his class. But again, on the 24th, Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame president Larry Lazardi will be on the show to announce their new class for 2026, man. So there's a lot of things going on coming out in news. Also, it looks like Anthony Joshua over in Dubai has started training. I think that's a good thing for him. Some pictures and photos were released with him training over there, working the floor, hitting the hand pads. And for boxers, let me tell you, a lot of times we go through different stress and things like that. And what he's just been through with the car accident, for him to start training, trying to deal with the stress, and fitness will help with different stress levels when you're going through something. And hats off to you, Anthony Joshua, try to all that you've been through in the last few weeks, to renew your spirits, to lace up the gloves, something that you've been doing since you were a young kid, to see where you're at, see the way you feel, to get rid of stress and things, to see if you can climb back in there, man. We're all proud of you, Anthony Joshua, for having that type of fortitude, never give up, never give in. Got to make a way somehow when you lay your burdens down. And it looks like Anthony Joshua is trying to lay his burdens down, turning over to the Lord of the world to help him with his different struggles for what is called life. And that's the real fight. It's called the fight for life, man. It looks like Anthony Joshua is doing that. It looks like he's fighting for life. He's trying to put it all back together again. God will, God shall, and he will put it all back together for you, Anthony, if you trust in the Lord and all that he do. In order to rise to greatness, somewhere the Lord of the world brings you down to pick you up, and boy, you're at it. We're all happy to see you in the gym working like that after all that you've been through. So also, Carissa Shields, looks like February 22nd here in a few weeks in Detroit. She's going to be defending that undisputed heavyweight championship of the world that she has, man. Go ahead, Carissa Shields, man. For the second time, that she's going to be fighting up in Detroit for the undisputed heavyweight championship. Carissa Shields, good for you, Carissa. We're proud of you and all that you do to help to lift boxing up to another level, man. She's out there pounding the pavement every day, man. She got a hell of a team with Mark Taff in them. They doing a great job, man. But also, it looks like USA Boxing Elite High Performance team has multiple international events scheduled through 2026 in preparation for Olympic qualifier events for 27 and 28. So, and Joseph Akawandi, who's the new heavyweight, a rising star. So we had covered him since he was 8 years old and talked to him as he elevates himself is to try to win a gold medal in the Olympics for 2028. Joseph Akawandi, you and your father keep up the great work, and God willing, you can bring that gold medal home for the United States and the United States Olympic team and yourself. And let me tell you, that Joseph Akawandi, he's something. You know, he has a degree, associate's degree from college in business already. He's only 18, and he's on the elite team. So his resume that he has is second to none for all those championships that he won in different classes, and just recently winning the national heavyweight championship. So Joseph, man, hats off to you, man. Keep up the hard work on your father, and keep on moving, man. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. And we want to thank you for tuning in to the World Boxing Review radio show. My name is Aaron Snowell. They call me the Hall of Fame trainer of champions. Have we traveled the world for past, present, and future stars?